How's it going, everyone? Today I'm going to go and take some photos. I'm going to take you along and I'm going to show you how I capture photos of myself, and then we'll come back home, jump into Lightroom, and I'll show you how I edit them. Let's go. Rightio, we have landed where I have travelled to, and that is Portland, or Isle of Portland I think it's called. Let me just double check that. Yeah, Isle of Portland I'm at, to be specific. Portland Bill Lighthouse, which, as you can see there, is the lighthouse. Now annoyingly, when I left, it was quite cloudy and overcast and looked like it was going to rain, so I thought it would be quite quiet. However, it's heaving. So I'm hoping that it's not too busy at the specific spot that I want to take the photos, but we will find out. So let's go and have a little adventure. I've got to the place that I want to be. Got a nice little fun climb down the rocks to get to it, but that's the bit I want to photograph there. Obviously not this angle, it'll be a better angle. Just got to combat all of this to get down, and then I'll go and take some photos of the lighthouse over there. First things first, get down these rocks. Now I'm down, I need to go down a little bit further because I want to get this, but I want to get it from down there. So I'm going to get down there now, pick it back up over there, and then I'll show you how I get the photos of myself, and then into Lightroom and we'll edit them. Let's go. Bloody hell, that was a bit more of a drop than I wanted. Right, we are down now. Time to set up the tripod and let's get some photos. Maybe I'll do a little B-roll of the old water crashing into the rocks down here though, because it looks quite cool. We always love a bit of slow motion. I'm on my phone. What I do, because unfortunately I don't have two cameras, so I've only got my phone and my camera. The camera's here on the tripod. I'm gonna be as quick as I can and essentially be stood at the edge of the rocks here. Probably gonna get a little splash on the ankles. This will be in the background. The camera's here on a tripod. I'm gonna put it on probably a 10-second timer to get into place. It'll count down, it'll do its thing, and then you'll see the pictures. Got the photos I wanted. The tide is slowly starting to come in now though, so I'm going to venture back across these rocks before it gets too high and catches me out. Because remember, always be safe when you're taking photos in dangerous places like this, because that water will come in pretty quick if you're not paying attention. So I'm done now. I'm going to head up there on the safe spot to take some more photos, drive home, jump on the laptop, and I'll show you how to edit these photos. We're just going to cut to me being on the laptop. See you in a second. Okay, so here we are, editing Jack. I'm going to jump straight into Lightroom. So here are the 3 photos that I took. These are just the raw files, so of course they, all the colours and that can be changed. But what I do first of all is we'll start with this image here. I check out the presets, but I tend to use my Insta Moody one, which I've created, which you can see already makes a pretty good edit for how I want my feed to look. So I click that. I then tend to come over here and click the white balance eyedropper. I'll click somewhere on my jumper like that just to tweak the colour very slightly, like so. And then if I want to make any finer adjustments, like I might drop the highlights just a little bit more, bring down the shadows a tiny bit, bump the whites a little bit more just to make it pop. Can add a touch of clarity just to make the rocks look a little bit more textured. And that's generally it for that photo, but what I quite often do, just to help bring the focus in, is come all the way down to the vignetting, and I'll bring that down a bit. Bring the midpoint in a tiny little bit to bring the focus on myself, and then I'll bring the feather up, just so there's not such a harsh line. So if I drag it all the way here, you can see the circle. So I bring it up a little bit more so there's not such a harsh area that it's going on. And that's pretty much it for that photo. And then for Instagram, I'll come over here and select crop 4:5, so that's 8:10, which obviously gives me that aspect ratio. But you hit X on your keyboard and it'll bring it up for the Instagram portrait way, I guess, so it fills the screen as best as possible. Then I just bring it over here, hit done, and there's that photo. Again, pretty much a one click there. That's more luck than judgment, but that's just how I want the image to look. But I might just bring the exposure up a tad, drop the highlights a little bit. Pretty happy there. Bring a bit of clarity in again. Okay, and then I might just bring the water in a little bit. So I'll adjust the aquas. If I wanted to just tweak where it's changing, maybe not that one. There we go. A bit more like that. It's just a little bit more sort of a bluey green in the water there. Pretty happy with that. Then once again, come down, add a little bit of a vignette in there. Bring the midpoint a bit, up the feather. Now you can see I've got a little bit of a green tint coming on in here. So that's where on my preset I've put the shadows here. I've got like a sort of a teal tint. But if I want, I can just bring that in and it'll get rid of it. So there we go. And then I'll upload them to Instagram. So there we go. That easy. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, it does help. I know I'm only on 112 subscribers at the minute, but let's get me to 150. Again, it's not a massive amount, but let's do it. And if you haven't already, check out my Instagram. See you in the next one. Peace.